We have a home with a nice big kitchen, classically trained chef on a large grill, tow behind. I want to start a restaurant, but would need a building. Would need a building. Loan? Question mark. I don't have a problem with you taking a loan out. Can you really not do it without the loan though? Why don't you just show up places, fucking put out some picnic tables, sell some meat places, do pop-ups like food trucks do, but without the food truck. And just when people run you off, just go someplace else, right? Go to another location. Get like if I was doing that, I'd go to the gas station next door here and be like, hey, can I set up here in your parking lot and I'll give you, I give all your employees free lunch, right? And if they won't do that, give them fucking 10% of profits or something, right? Just to get, so people are chasing you. If your product is so good, they will follow you around. The food trucks have apps. Food trucks have SMS. They do text message services, and they tell you like 30 minutes ahead of time where we're going to be. It's just like street racing. It's not legal to do it, but everybody fucking does it. So don't ask, just do. And then as far as the kitchen, will that qualify as a commercial kitchen? And do you have a secondary location for your pantry? That's going to be the big one, is the pantry probably. I don't know how regulations are where you're at, but I would do a food truck or a food trailer before I definitely wouldn't set up a fucking restaurant. Not right now. I mean, that's me though. Maybe you can. Does everything in your life work? Like, do you have the ability when shit doesn't work to never fucking quit until it does work? Then quit your job, make it work. When you have no other options, people tend to make things work. But people are too comfortable. They're too fucking comfortable, and they don't make things work. Because they know in their head, well, I'll just go back to my other job. You didn't fucking burn that bridge fucking hot enough. Vice Foods. Guys, New York City started in an alley. Tex barbecue with Brazilian steakhouse. He quit union job and is now a millionaire. That's awesome. Food trucks. Yeah. Food trucks or trailer, man. We go to the farmer's market, and there's several trailers there. There's some really badass food trucks, but there's some people in some rickety-ass trailers doing amazing shit. Fucking doing like smoked turkey legs, smoked pulled barbecue, different sandwiches and shit. I'm surprised how big their menu was because it's just a husband and wife. And man, they fucking put out tons of food. Much easier to open a food truck because of lax regulations as opposed to a brick and mortar. Restaurant equals employees. Yeah, your biggest frustration you will have any day are human beings that you pay money to. Not your customers, your employees. My biggest frustration on any day, when I wake up in the morning, I'm not going to see any messages till about 6:30. At about 6:30, the messages will start coming, but typically more about 7:30, and most of the people that are call in after they were already supposed to be at work. That's my biggest frustration is I literally like, okay, here it is. How many people aren't going to be here today? I have since fired all of those people. I don't have people that aren't here anymore because I fired every one of them. Like just in the last 4 weeks, I cut 3 people out of our crew. We're fucking building more shit than we were building. We literally have more stuff done with 3 less people here. Best Mexican food I had was in a truck. Yeah, there's a fucking taco truck at a gas station. Scully and I would stop there and get little street tacos. Holy shit, they were good. And now they've moved inside the gas station and partitioned off part of the gas station, and they've got a little taco shop in there. Billy Magnum, how are you, man? Food trucks are becoming super popular in the area. Bars have to serve food in order to have a liquor license. They're loopholing that law by contracted food trucks. Yes. And when Kentucky shut down brick and mortar places, they brought food trucks in, and were basically people were buying food from the food truck and then sitting on the patios, and it was a workaround. If the no habla English guys can shell out for a food truck, yeah. It's culture, man. It's culture. Mexican culture. We typically ran Mexican crews for sewing, and everyone in the family knew how to sew. They just did. Like, Mexican girls in the family was taught how to sew. When we needed to go from 6 employees to 12 employees, that literally happened overnight. Hey, I need 6 more employees. They brought their family members. When we went from 12 employees to 36 employees, that happened in 1 week. They just scaled. You run Mexican crews, you run Vietnamese crews, or you run Chinese crews, and you cannot mix the 3 cultures. They just don't work. And that's the same thing with it's just that culture. There was not a month that went by. Actually, there probably wasn't a week that went by in San Diego that I didn't have an employment verification phone call from an auto dealer. My girls, my employees were buying fucking Cadillac Escalades. They were buying Yukon Denali's. I was driving like a fucking 10-year-old truck. They're buying brand new trucks. They're buying houses, and fucking 12 of them would live in a house. They would pay that motherfucker off in a couple of years, and they would buy another house. It's just the mindset.
Man, I'm talking about realest, one of the realest to try. My family, SOE, got the tools to survive.